Hello and welcome. This is your 9 p.m. daily quiz. I hope all of you are doing good. We were on a short break because majorly of my health I was not keeping well. Now, thankfully, I've recovered almost perfectly. So we are back once again with our daily quiz. As you know, at 9 p.m. every single day, we analyze the day's important news stories by converting them into prelim specific questions and then discussing those questions. The news stories are usually taken from the Hindu newspaper, the Indian Express, the PIB, Down to Earth, etc. Before we begin with today's quiz, once again, a quick reminder about all the different courses that I'm running on my app. You can check out the courses, which include the personalized mentorship program for prelims, personalized mentorship program for the mains examination. I've also prepared an ethics booklet which has 100 solved answers for ethics along with 50 solved case studies. You can also join the ongoing PSIR comprehensive optional program that is being run, which has live classes from Monday to Friday. With that out of the way, also, if you have to check out any of these courses, you can download my app. The link to download the app is in the description of this video. Let's begin with the first question then. Which of the following is the main objective of Tanagar 1 mission of NASA? First, to track methane and carbon dioxide emissions. Second, to track space debris that can impact the satellites. Third, to expand the International Space Station. Or fourth, none of the above. So, this Tanagar 1 mission of NASA is a lot in the news. What exactly is the objective of this mission? The answer here is A. The objective of the mission is to track methane and carbon dioxide emissions in the space. It's an extremely important mission of NASA. It is not the first time that such satellites are being sent. If you remember, there was a satellite called Methane Sat that was sent earlier, specifically to measure methane emissions. This satellite has been launched by NASA, as you can see, to track methane emissions and carbon dioxide emissions as well. It will use imaging spectrometer technology, which has been developed at Jet Propulsion Laboratory to track methane and carbon dioxide emissions. Next is the second question. Consider the following statements with regards to polio. Number one, India's last recorded case of wild polio virus, that is, infection caused by the naturally occurring version of virus, was detected in West Bengal's Havra district in 2011. Second, India was declared polio free in 2015 after successfully preventing any wild polio infections for 3 years. Third, vaccine derived polio cases do not affect India's polio free status. Only the detection of wild polio virus will change that. How many of these are correct? Now, it is in the news because there have been discovery of a polio case in Meghalaya. Now, even after India was declared polio free, there have been a few cases of polio that have come up. So, does it not impact India's polio free status? For that, you have to understand polio can be caught because of two things. One, the polio virus. Second, what happens when the kids are given polio vaccine? Polio vaccine is extremely weak polio virus only. Sometimes the immune system of the kids is so weak that just because of the vaccine only they catch polio. If those are the cases where polio is discovered, those are called vaccine derived cases. So, vaccine derived cases do not take away the country's status of a polio free country. So, even after India was declared polio free, even after that, we have had some polio vaccine derived cases. So, first is true. Second is false. It was in 2014 that India was given the status and not 2015. Third is also absolutely true. So, the answer here is B. Two of the three given statements here are correct. The second one is wrong. This is the article in the Indian Express website. How polio vaccine have triggered infection in a child in Meghalaya. It is a polio vaccine derived case. Next question number 3. It's a long question. The Van Allen radiation belt is a zone of energetic charged particles, most of which originate from the solar wind, that are captured by and held around a planet by that planet's magnetosphere. The belts are named after James Van Allen, who is often credited with their discovery. Earth has dash such belts. So you have to tell what is this dash. Dash such belts, and sometimes others may also be temporarily created. So the question basically is how many permanent Van Allen belts does Earth have? 2, 3, 4, 5. How many of these belts does Earth have? The answer here is 2. Earth has two of these belts? It's a difficult question because we usually don't hear about this radiation belt. The reason why it is in the news is because another private expedition is being planned called Polaris Dawn. It is a private venture that is aimed to create the record of the highest orbit into a spacewalk in the hazardous Van Allen belts. It will be launched on 26th of August. That is why it is in the news. Next is question number 4. Consider the following statements. Number 1. The governor may sanction initiating proceedings against the chief minister under the Prevention of Corruption Act of 1988 and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. Second. Section 17A of the Prevention of Corruption Act deals with the investigation of offences related to public servants allegedly committed during the discharge of official functions or duties. Third, Section 17A of the Prevention of Corruption Act was introduced through an amendment to the Prevention of Corruption Act in 2018. How many of these are correct? Now, it's a tricky question. It is in the news because, as you know, the governor of Karnataka has given the go ahead to initiate the prosecution against the Karnataka chief minister. That is why it is in the news. Many other states also are seeing a similar kind of a dispute between the governor and the CM. In Delhi, for example, the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi gave the go ahead to CBI to prosecute Delhi Chief Minister. That is why it is a relevant piece of information. In that aspect, all these three are absolutely correct. In order to prosecute public servants under Prevention of Corruption Act, including Chief Minister, there has to be an official go ahead given by the governor. All these three are absolutely correct. The answer here would be thus C. This is an article in the Indian Express website again. Could Karnataka governor have given sanction to prosecute CM the issues before the High Court? Do read this article from the website. It is extremely important. Next is question number 5. Which of the following nations has recently been in the news due to its orangutan diplomacy? China, Vietnam, Malaysia, or Indonesia? The orangutan diplomacy. So this country has one of the largest orangutan population in the world. This country also has a lot of palm oil export. So what is happening is, in this country, because of palm oil extraction, it is said that a lot of deforestation is taking place, which is harming the orangutans. So this particular country started a policy that the countries that buy palm oil from them, they will also send them orangutans so that the orangutans can be taken care of them. But now they have said that, okay, we will not send orangutans, we will take a part of the money that we are getting by exporting oil and we'll use that money to take care of orangutans. That is called orangutan diplomacy. Something like this was started by China earlier. China's version was called panda diplomacy, where they used to send pandas to other countries. This particular case right now is with Malaysia, one of the largest producers and exporters of palm oil. It is Malaysia that is in the news because of its orangutan diplomacy. As you can see, earlier they said that we will be sending orangutans to those countries that buy oil from us, but they were criticized for that you are forcefully taking away or basically pushing away orangutans from their natural habitat. So now they have said we will not be bringing them or giving them to other countries. The money that we are earning from the oil export, we will be using that for their own resettlement. To end the session again, I have an important infographic for all of you. This is about the PM Jan Man scheme, that is Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan. The scheme has 11 objectives which are undertaken by 9 ministries. This is what the government of India has been hoping for to give to the tribal community. This was our session for the day. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something new. If you're new here, please do hit the like and the subscribe button. Do check out my app as well to check out all the other courses and some free tests that you can give on my app. The link is in the description of the video to download that. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Jai Hind.